Hello and welcome back to Joby RC, and this is the next video for the UDR. It's been a bit of a while, but it's basically waiting for parts to turn up, and I wanted enough parts to turn up so that it justified doing a proper video on it. But we've definitely got enough parts now to complete the whole of the rear axle. So we're going to get on that today, and you're going to see a lot of very nice pieces. A lot of it is original because they don't really do any updated stuff for the axle, but we're going to get that nice large piece on there, the blue piece, seal it all up. And I have got the rear discs to go on there as well, same as the front, so it's going to start looking really good. So we're going to get all those pieces out so you can see what we've got. And also I'm doing this sort of in the future of when I did the videos, so I just wanted to do a little update on the whole coppa situation that's going around. And I've done a lot of looking up this and looking up that, and I'm not that worried. It's not a big thing, so I'm going to keep going as long as I can go. If someone does anything and try and stop doing these videos, then it will have to stop, but so far I've not seen anything that's been worrying, so I'm going to keep going. So other people have stopped. They've said no, that's it, no more, but this one is not stopping. I'm going to keep going. So let's get on stuff on the table so you can have a look at what's going on. Apparently in this video, because I've been doing it in the future, I say okay a lot, so I'm going to have to try and sort that out. But yeah, I apologise for saying okay a lot. And the table I work on, towards the end it gets a little bit of a mess because of the roof leaking, but we'll get onto that. You'll obviously see it, but yeah, there's not much I can do about it because I haven't repaired the roof yet. But let's get the parts on the table and get on with this video. Here it is. Here's all the parts that I've been waiting for all this time. So we've definitely got enough here to get going on the next video and get this rear diff assembled and back into the car again. So let's get open these packages and let's get on and build this diff. Yes, it is a different table I've got these on, but it's I've come inside to do this because it's damn cold outside in the garage, which is where I film. So we'll get these open and may well get back into the garage and get going on it in there because that's where all my tools are. But for now, this is all the parts I've got and we're ready to go. Okay, here we are with all the parts spread out, and now it's time to get it together. I'm going to start with the planetary set. So that's basically these two here, the four little ones, and this one through the center, which goes through the center. So it's basically just a case of greasing all that up, getting the four into the cage, 4 gears into the cage, put this one and that rod in, sandwich it all together, and it gives you the planetary gears. And I'll just do that now. Okay, yeah, just going to show you in stages here because as you can see, it's a proper mess in there. And it's just putting it all together and showing you, it's just me getting covered in grease and all sorts. So basically I'm just trying to get as much grease in there as possible, and then all I need to do now is put the top on, grease that up, get that on there, screw it together, sandwich it. I'll just get that out of the way. Okay, that's one planetary gear all done. So moves around nicely. Lots of grease in there, proper sealed up. Now it's just a matter of chucking it in here, getting it proper bearing sets and everything in there, and getting it together. So, well and truly got the gear on the end there with the bearings. Greased up this, straight in there with the bearings and everything. All grease in there nicely, and then just chuck some grease into this one. More grease the merrier, so then the dirt stays out, is what I've kind of found with most of them. And then these two go straight on and seal up like that, and then you've got all that in there, and that gets done up by the screws in the end, in the ones around here. And also at the same time, don't want to be putting this together yet because we've got to put this in, which also goes in. So this one basically just metal piece on the end, plastic piece on the end, sorry. And as you put this one in, this one also goes in and sandwiches together, and then it all gets done up nicely. I'll just get that done and I'll show you. Okay, and now it's all together. That's another beautiful GPM piece there. And as you can see, it all runs pretty clean. And I think it probably just needs a little bit more grease in there, but I'll do that as I go to put it all together. But it's all good. All runs nicely. You can see the gear there going around as well, if you can just about see in there. It's all good. So now this goes straight onto the body of the axle, and I'll get that done. I'm not showing you all the doing up of the screws because everyone's seen how you do up a screw, so what's the point? So I'm going to get that on there on the body and show you it all in one piece. Okay, and I finally got round to getting it all back together. I apologise for the state of the table. It seems to have started leaking since I started the previous section. That's the weather for you around here. It is England after all. Just so I drip then. Should get around to fixing that at some point before it starts getting any worse and this whole area gets soaked. But it's, at the moment, I seem to be getting all right with the parts and everything. I just keep them away from this area. But yeah, let's get this, as you see, sorry, I'll show you it. Yeah, it's all together, all nice and sealed up. Just hold it away from the wall. And yeah, all looking good. Let's get these drive shafts in the end and get some more grease in there just to try and seal this. This is the weak spot of these, is getting dirt down the end here and then straight into your gears. So if I can get a lot of grease in here and stuff them in with a load of grease, it should stop it getting through. So let's get these back together and I will show you the full assembly all built up. So rather than show you these stages, it's all just doing up screws and bolts. It's all a bit fiddly and awkward. So I will just skip to having it all together. It's basically pretty simple. You've seen me put these on before. They just slip over and then there's a bolt through here and a bolt through there. Drive shafts obviously just push in before you do that. So they drive shafts push in with the bearings in there. And then this goes over the top, screws in. So I'll get that done and we'll come back and see what it looks like. Okay, and that's that done. So that's looking awesome now because you've got the GPM on there, GPM on the ends, black and blue colouring, really looking good. Now all I've got is a final touch, and they've come in the rear discs. So get these open and let's fit these on there. As you've seen on the previous videos, these are real simple to fit. Once I get them open, they come with their own pins in a little neat bag, just a little pull bag. And you just basically chuck a pin in and chuck them over the top. So you find where the hole is, wherever it is. This is going to be a bit more difficult because it's lower down. I'll try this one first because this one's come through. There we go. Right, so pin in the end. And then just the disc straight over the top. I can get these drive shafts to work. There we go. One. Find the hole wherever it is. There it is. Pin straight in. And that's straight over the top. There we go. Drive shaft all complete. Now, as you can see, rotating. So, final stage of this, get it back in the truck and let you see the whole truck together with that. So I'll just chuck it in and then you can see it all together. And there it is, with both axles all complete and ready to go. And the next thing I will tackle will be, I'll try and lift this up so you can see it a bit more. There you go, it's looking brilliant. It's all in there, looking great. See if we can lift it over and just show you papers coming up on it. It's all looking good underneath. It's all pretty awesome. So get the shocks in there and it's going to be awesome. Next thing we tackle will be center gearbox and the two drive shafts. I can tell you now I have got front and rear drive shafts. I am struggling with getting this center gearbox, but I will, if I have to, I may have to buy the individual parts as I did with this rear one and build it up that way. But it's still going to turn out all right. I'll definitely get them. And hopefully I can bring you another video, because we all know where the law is going with YouTube at the moment. And hopefully I'm not going to struggle to get another video out. So if I can, you'll see me again and we'll be getting those drive shafts and center gearbox done. And then it's on to the fun stuff like the electrics and getting this thing more on the road. So for now, we are done with all the suspension apart from the springs and the rear anti-roll or rear torsion bars. So for now, that's all we've got, and hopefully we'll be back to see the drive shafts in center gearbox go in. But please like video if you liked and subscribe, and fingers crossed I will see you again. But bye for now.